Welcome to episode 39 of Not Enough Thumbs. This week's episode is on Halloween Ends from 2022. And this is brought to you by Hitbox.
Okay, I'd like to not thank the person whoever recommended this watch for us. I believe last year we watched the original.
We did.
So the only ones that I have seen are the original.
And the end.
Thankfully the last one.
Hopefully. Because he always seems to resurrect himself.
Yeah.
This one will be pretty tough to get out of, though.
So, I don't know.
Well, if it was really him, was it really him? Who knows?
It might be like the T-1000. He'll piece himself back together again.
Or it wasn't him.
Or it wasn't him. That's true. So the theme is kind of the same. The thing I didn't like about the first one, and maybe I kind of wondered if this was the beginning of when you first killed the bad guy, and then he's going to come back, 10 more times, even after several lethal blows, whether it be by a gun or fire or a knife.
I mean, dude, this guy came back for 40 years. 40 years of being killed and reviving himself.
What did he eat? Where did he go to the bathroom?
He lived in that cave. It showed it.
It's gross.
So this movie started out not about Mike Myers at all. It started out about this random kid who, really college age, I guess, is what he was.
Seemed to be an outcast introvert.
Yeah, so the movie starts out with this kid is the babysitter, so he's babysitting this little brat who
locked him into
a room, and he rightfully got scared that he was locked into this attic room, which was unfamiliar to him. So he starts kicking the door open. He kicks the door open. The kid happened to be on the other side of the door,
next to the stairs.
Flung him over the stairwell, and he fell. I don't know. It seemed like 10 stories.
Yeah, I think it was 3 stories. It was a huge house for 3 people.
And crashed at the bottom and clearly was dead the bottom. So the kid ends up going, or the college guy, the babysitter, ends up going to jail for killing the kid.
Yeah.
For, I don't remember if it said 4 or 5 years or something like that.
Oh, I think
he got off early.
Yeah, a number of years later, yeah.
So even though he didn't intentionally kill the kid, because the town had been tortured by Mike Myers, they were ready to convict anyone who they could even remotely tie to any type of killing. So he kind of got...
Yeah, he had a bad reputation. Nobody liked him because they found out what he did, even though it was just a tragic accident.
So that kind of changed him, and it kind of morphed him into this angry, just resentful...
I think he got some kind of blood fever after he saw who Michael Myers was, and then he started doing some killing on the side, if you will. And then
almost as if he was being trained by Michael Myers.
Yeah, mentee.
Yeah, they had some sort of agreement with each other, so they were helping each other through part of the movie.
Because Michael Myers talks so much.
Right?
And then so he befriends the granddaughter of Laurie, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, and
they kind of have this relationship that they start going on.
Yeah, she's his only ally, and so they start to hang out a lot, and then
it becomes romantic. They were kissing, and they were, started to be romantic with their relationship. So she felt that connection to him, and he seemed to have that for her, but then not enough to turn from his killing sprees.
Because I think those kids that were picking on him put him over the edge. Well, literally, I think they made him fall off a bridge.
They did throw him off a bridge.
They were going to leave him.
And that was the moment he met Michael Myers.
That's right,
Michael Myers took him into his cave and took care of him.
And so at that point, he went on a killing spree, and then finally ended up in Laurie's house to be killed by her.
Well, he intended to kill her, because she was standing in the way of he and the granddaughter being together.
Okay.
So his intent was to kill her, but she knew he was coming.
Yep.
And she was prepared for him. So she shot him, which of course didn't kill him because it never killed
enough.
Michael either. And he said to her, if I can't have her, no one will. And he stabs himself
in the neck
with a giant butcher knife.
Yeah. In the neck.
But did that kill him?
Nope.
No. It did not.
In Halloween fashion.
Yeah. She ended up having to stab him again to kill him. She stabs him through the heart.
Okay. So
as the granddaughter was walking in.
Yeah. Usually the neck, it's just a small flesh wound, so you have to you have to go through the heart.
Yep. That's it.
And so I think regardless if she had the knife in her hand or not, the granddaughter would have thought that he died by her hand. And then so she leaves. And then she received a call from the authorities, I think, because Lori had put in a suicide notice.
So then that got her thinking, why would she do this? And she went back for her. To
find her struggling with the real Michael Myers.
And then they worked together to kill him.
They broke his neck, broke his arm, stabbed his neck, crushed his nuts with the refrigerator, and then stabbed him in the heart.
The garbage disposal.
Yeah. And then he came back when she wasn't monologuing. Well, she was kind of monologuing. I thought, man, she's getting cocky. He's going to come back to life. And sure enough, he ripped his hand, which was knifed to the counter.
Rips it up and starts choking her.
Yeah.
The granddaughter walks in and busts his arm, and then they slit his wrist.
And so he was not going anywhere. And so then the town did not a public hanging, but a public grinding.
Yeah, they
took him to the junkyard and to the metal grinder, and that was that.
Well, so you think.
So we think.
We'll see.
I hope so.
Will another movie come out? I don't know. I mean, there's already 10. Why would they stop now?
I guess it depends if Fast and Furious puts out another movie. So Halloween's going to one-up him.
True that. All right. So what would you rate? Oh, my word. It wasn't that bad. Actually, this one, I would say I would rate it higher than the original Halloween because
I agree.
I didn't feel like the original Halloween really had a great storyline. I thought it was lacking a lot in the story. It was just, to me, a senseless killer slasher movie. There was a little bit of a storyline between Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers. This one had a little more story. It had a little bit of the building of a serial killer, kind of what he went through in his life that caused him to be what he ended up being at the end of the movie. Not that it's a good thing to do, not that it's justified, but there's more story.
Killing wasn't necessarily the point of this movie.
Right.
It had its share of it, but there was a decent story behind it.
And it kind of led to the fact that all of this happened because of this man who has terrorized this town for 40 years.
Yeah.
And all of the negativity in the town was a result of this man's just pure evil and connection to this small town in Illinois.
Illinois. Leave it to Illinois.
So it was just, I felt this one was probably the best Halloween one that I've seen.
I guess I'm glad I've only seen the original. I don't think I'll have any desire to see any of the ones in the middle.
I've seen some shorts of some of the other ones. Not the whole film, but I don't know that I want to. I think there was too many. I think they just overextended the idea.
Yep, they killed it.
So, I would definitely rate this one higher than I would have rated the original. This one, I just don't like thrashers, so I'm not going to give it super
Slashers.
high. Yeah, what did I say?
Thrashers.
Yeah, slashers. So I'm not a fan of that genre, but I would probably, because of the storyline and because of the lead up to the killing, I would probably give it a 6.
I guess I'll increase my rating from a 2 to a 3.5. So.
Okay. So there you have it. That is our view of Halloween Ends. So in the comments, let us know what you think of it, of the whole Halloween series.
Yeah, send
tell
us some
us
good movies.
which one is your favorite. If you like a favorite in between 1 and the end, let us know, and maybe you'll convince us to watch it. Maybe not. Who knows? But let us know what you think.
Yep, we'll watch the good ones and the bad ones.
All right. Catch you next week. Bye.